Hey everybody, it's Norm over here. It is Thumpin' Thursday.
Woo!
And back from the East Coast.
Hey.
Roberto Vally,
Hey.
my favorite bass player.
Thank you. Good to be back.
So tell us about what happened back there.
Well, I spent, if you want to know everything, I'll try to give it slow, fast I meant. I spent a week with Aunt Rosemary, 91 years old, took her to a bunch of doctor's appointments.
Okay.
Went to the cemetery, went to see my uncle who's alive, her brother. And then I scooted over and met up with David Benoit in D.C. We did a live simulcast recording in the SiriusXM studio with a quartet. David, saxophonist, myself. We cut live, Naked and True, okay?
Cool.
And the two royalty program director DJs of the station that plays us. Yeah, Trinity and Lily, they were there. So it was great hobnobbing with them. And then we traveled to Annapolis, Maryland. We played at the Ram's Head. And then we played at Middle C in Charlotte. We played 2 shows, just a trio. Piano, bass, and drums, and no secrets, you know.
And you went to Jersey and you saw our dear friend who kind of brought us together, Bobby Caldwell's gravesite, and saw Bobby's wife, Mary, and, you know. So bittersweet, but, you know, Bobby was one of the, you know, most talented people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And
he's the reason why I moved to LA, you know, and how my career definitely took a big jump forward, having him and my, you know, as his bass player in my calling card. Oh, you play with Bobby? Wow.
Right.
You know,
well,
you probably thought that when you heard me or you saw me,
absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
So tell me, man, what do you have for
today?
me?
What we're going to do is we got a really cool bass, brown case, and flipping it open. Very similar to James Jamerson's bass. This is a little bit after. Jamerson's was a slab board, I believe. This is right after that, early 63. Clay dots, really dark rosewood fingerboard, 3-tone sunburst, but they had a very distinct sunburst at that particular time. Maple neck with the rosewood board, obviously the early logo, some belt buckle on the back, just natural wear. But just a really cool instrument, and this is an L1, so it's an early 63, and just terrific.
Look at that.
Playing instrument.
Yeah.
How does it feel weight-wise to you?
Oh man, it's super light. You know, it's just the bass that dreams are made of. You know, like when I dream about bass, this is probably what comes to mind.
Yep.
You know, Sunburst, early 60s P bass. You know, this is the machine.
Yep. Well, you know, a lot of my favorite bass players, Chuck Rainey, Duck Dunn.
Oh yeah.
You know, all the guys used. If they used the P bass, I mean, some guys prefer the jazz bass, but if you use the P bass, this is kind of the quintessential era and everything. And it's,
Carol Kay had something very similar.
Yeah, Carol Kay is one of my favorites too.
Played on thousands of songs.
Yep.
Crazy. Yeah.
Actually, my favorite that she played on was a tune by a group called Motherlode from Canada called When I Die. If you get a chance, if you listen to the bass line on that, it's really cool. So
I know that song.
Yeah, it's very cool. So let's hear what this thing does. Let's take it out.
Let's do it.
And this, you better get your seasick pills because I don't want to tell you what's about to happen next, but if you had a barf bag or seasick pills.
No,
No,
it's going to be great.
Great. Yay.
Hey everybody, we're out front here with Roberto with the 63 P bass, and it's the kind, Sunburst finish. Michael's got a Jazzmaster reissue. Nick's got this LSL. Kenny's got some kind of crazy snare drum over here. And we're going to try to do this thing. I did it about 100 years ago when I had a voice, but now I just croak my way through this. But it's a Jimmy Hughes tune called Neighbor Neighbor. So let's do it. 1, a 2, a 1, 2. Neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. always looking for something to judge us about. You're going around door to door, spreading your big mouth where it don't belong. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry how I make my bread. 'Cause my success just drive you out of your head. You got no troubles or things to do. Something bad is gonna happen to you. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. Right, baby. All right, Mike, play. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry how I treat my wife. You're telling everybody all we do is fuss and fight. You're keeping your big ears to my wall. Your big ears to my wall. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. Roberto, take one, bud. Oh, neighbor, neighbor, don't worry who's at my front door. Walking, talking, pacing all over the floor. Sweeping, creeping through my hall, with your big ears glued to my wall. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what I do in my home. Tend to your business, I'll tend to mine. Tend to your business, I'll tend to mine. Bad, bad neighbor. Bad, bad, bad neighbor. You bad, bad, bad neighbor. Bad, bad neighbor. He's creeping through my hall. Your big ears glued to my wall. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. One more time. Neighbor, neighbor, don't worry what goes on in my home. Feel like Clarence Frogman Henry.
Let's go.
There you go. Thank you, guys.
Oh, more.
pleasure.
That was great.